Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager, Career Mode, episode number 22. We're currently in the middle of a sponsor objective here at the Tour of the Gila. This is an American race, and we need to win a stage. We managed to get third place with Veldeman on the first stage on a climbing stage, which was absolutely not our strong suit, but we pulled off the unthinkable by getting a podium finish there on that one, but we did not get the stage win yet. So we have 4 stages now to try to squeeze out a stage win to fully meet the objective, as opposed to just getting a partial completion by getting a top 3. So at least we got the hard work out of the way on that one. Now it is definitely time to go for the win. This is the best chance to do that here on stage 2, 120k sprint stage, and you can see that I've got some favorites all over the top of that. 3 of the top 4 favorites, plus Van Ginneken. So we will definitely go for it on this stage, and hopefully we can pull it off. The first 2 climbs, I don't expect any fireworks there. Things could intensify there on that Category 3 climb. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away for a little bit, and then we'll come back just before this climb here. Coming back in a little bit early here, just because of the rare opportunity, besides at the highest elevations of some of the mountain climbing stages, to see some snow. So we've had some crazy weather here, a lot of fog moving in and out of, and now we've hit the snow here. Pace has been pretty hot in this one. We're down to a breakaway group of 5, a minute and a half ahead. It was quite a bit bigger, but again, with the pace, it has spread the field out quite a bit. One poor rider has been left more than 10 minutes behind everyone else. Through the intensity of pace, they got left behind on the climbs and couldn't get over the top. Here we are, 26k to go, and a bit of fatigue already setting in, but we should be able to get a full group and right before the top. And actually, this probably be my best time to form up now with 22k to go and just not push anything until I get over the top. But then as soon as I do, I want to attack on the way down. Maybe not at a 99 where I cause myself the opportunity for a group to crash, which is what happened in my Pro Cyclist mode in the episode earlier in the week. This is a good chance to get everyone formed up before we go up the hill. So who do I want it to be? I think I'm going to give Gouillard a shot today because, I mean, look at that. A 79 on the sprint and a 70 on the acceleration. And with the +3s here on the resistance, I think he'll be strong enough to get to the end and not be toast. Now, Veldeman is leading the race for the team, but I think Van Ginneken with his +4, I can't overlook that today. I mean, he's got incredible acceleration. He could lead out Gouillard quite well on that. Veldeman will be the one in front because I need to make sure he's still in the group. And then Seaspole. From there, we've got our guys. Well, Wachtendorf is looking good today. He's at 70s. And then we've got Harris and Easter. So Easter on top. 71 hill climbing. That's a good lead out guy for that. Now just before the top.
There's an attack in the leading group.
Is that the top?
We're not giving it their all and sharing the pace.
Ooh, we're already up. There's the top right there. That's a banner. 20k banner. Okay. So Easter right on the wheel of Stevenson. Stevenson putting in the work right now. So this is good for me. He is trying to attack at the moment, which is good because Easter's staying right on him. But where is the team? Harris. Come on. Now we're going to start pushing over the top. 18K to go. And we've got a little false flat here where it's going to start going up again in a moment. But
some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
pack's starting to split apart too, so this is actually a good thing. Easter, let's go down to a 94 while we attack the top here. It is uphill
Really a punchy attack.
towards the finish, so I've got to have some extra energy put aside for that. Easter's going to get over the top here in just a second, and it is time for him to start pushing 99s. And Easter's done, so on to Harris. That was good. We're all the way down to 12K already. And we've got a good amount of downhill here, so breakaway group all reeled in now. Harris not going to last much longer though. The downhill's helping, but it's not going to have too much of an effect. And Harris is done. And see, Easter hasn't even been relegated from the group, so pace, not that crazy, but 7.5K now. 5 guys to go, so we've got some strength in that area. I'm going to change things up here with just 5K to go. I'm going to put Veldeman on the back. As that team leader, I'm going to have him ride Gouillard's wheel into the finish, which means I'm down to 3 lead out guys. Okay, on to Bull. Wachtendorf, job done. $5.2K. Where? Van Ginniken. Come on, guys. Get out of there. Bull is now suddenly off on his own, and Van Ginniken is wasting his energy giving chase, and Gouillard has been left behind as well. Gouillard wasting. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Bull's not going to win from there. 17 seconds is not enough. What a disaster. Veldeman, get on. Shoot. No. No. Oh, I do not like this. Veldeman needs to attack for now. And then sprint. Get around Gouillard. Bull. Oh, please, Bull. Oh, hang on, Bull. Hang on. Yes. Oh, lucky. Oh, my goodness. What a disaster that was as Sprint Train completely fell apart. Veldeman ends up getting 4th. Oh, what a disaster that was. The group got split up. Was my pace not high enough? I mean, why? Why were we so split up? Why were there a bunch of riders between us? I have no idea how we got into that position, but that was disgusting. And Cease Bull ends up riding away completely on his own as there was a little split. Nobody wanted to keep up with his 99, and he just rides away from the field, and it ends up being just enough. Van Ginniken gets caught out, drops to 7th. Gouillard gets caught out, drops to 17th. Veldeman, the only one who had energy left, sprints normally, but only manages 4th. And the other lead-out guys, of course, Wachtendorf, Easter, and Harris to the back. I was trying to conserve Veldeman and slide him to the back. We had enough energy left that I needed one fewer guy, but then we absolutely fell apart there. I mean, Van Ginniken should have been on Bull that whole time. It was Veldeman who was between Van Ginniken and Gouillard and just should have slotted back. No, he was between Bull and Van Ginniken. So when I pulled Veldeman out, I broke the train. I think I needed to take the blame on that one. because the split happened between Bull and Van Ginniken, and I pulled Veldeman off. He should have been at the back behind Gouillard, but they did not make the swap. And I do think that was my bad. I think there was too much pace, and pulling out one whole bike's length, Van Ginniken fell off the wheel. That must have been what it was. Alright, well, we got our stage win in the most awkward of ways. Sudden split in the field. And Seaspool hangs on for the win. Everybody gets the same time, even though there was a few seconds on the line, but they consider that sprint time, I guess. Just a comfortable win in the end, though there was nothing comfortable about that. I was nervous because I knew Veldeman. I did not figure he could overtake everyone, and he didn't. He essentially finished third in the sprint. Seaspool just amazingly got a little mini breakaway at the end and hung on to it. Alright, so how are we looking in the overall? Veldeman 2 seconds behind Almeida. If I can get him a top 3 finish, I can move him up a spot to second. Van Ginniken, Easter are there. Gouillard's still there. Seaspool in 14th. In terms of sprint points, Veldeman now second. Seaspool now 4th. Under 25s, Veldeman just 2 seconds behind Almeida. So with a stage win now secure, we've met our sponsor objective. Now I can go on and try to get second overall, or maybe even win the whole thing. We'll see what happens. Stage 3, time trial. So this will shake the field up a little bit. All my guys at the back end of that, well, really just all my guys, I'll do the best I can with each of them. I know in real life, a lot of teams will go out and send 2/3 of their team to just finish the ride and conserve energy. I don't have it in me to do that. Okay, so Veldeman among the favorites. Almeida among the favorites. And Hollenstein, right? Is he the guy who was leading overall? I think it is. So, they're all at a similar level. So we've got it all to go for. It looks like we've got a bit of an uphill, a short downhill, and then we're on the flat for a while, and then a steep uphill but short, and a downhill to the finish. So this is one of those where you can really mess up your timing on this, and my first few guys will be what effort level will be appropriate to get a good strong run out early and then recover a little energy and then have enough to get over the flat and up that final uphill section, which time can be won and lost here for sure, and then have just enough energy to get to the end. So the effort cursor will be very important on this stage and difficult to manage with a couple uphill sections, a couple downhill sections, and one flat section. And then, of course, depending on how each guy is in the time trial, will affect how they do. Ooh, Veldeman, -2 race day condition. What happened there? Isn't he supposed to be on a fitness peak? Why is he at -2? Is he sick? I don't know what his final race day condition will be, but it's not looking good. So Harris will be up a little bit earlier. That's nice for me. I'll get a chance to test things out. Let's get a look at the layout here on this one. So yeah, we got that up down. It looks like it is relatively steep for that section. Okay, it's out and back, and we have got a crosswind the whole way, and the finish line, you're kind of riding into it. It's a little bit at your back early on, for that first uphill section. That means you're not going to get as much recovery on that downhill at the end because you're going to be riding into the wind. So, important to know. Oh, just in time here. Harris just heading on. There we go. And we're going to go with, we're going to try a 72. It's 25K. He is only a 61 on time trial, plus 1 on the day, so a 62. Fairly weak in that department. Should be a little bit on the negative after this first climb. I'm going to go at ×2 pace on this. I'm guessing he could probably go a little harder than what he's doing. Probably. But by little harder, I mean like a 73. But he is a little bit negative, which is kind of right where I expected him to be. So 72 might be the right thing. This downhill section is pretty short, but it's going to allow recovery to get back to just better than neutral. Okay, that's probably the right place to be. Okay, through the almost flat. Loop around, and now we're heading back in. The wind's going to get stronger through here, so we are a little bit safe and secure right now. So I'm guessing 73 probably would have been appropriate, but we'll see. Here comes that downhill, and look how much ground we're already making up on Hoke, even though we're just a 61 time trialist. Alright, so he's just under neutral on the amount. Oh, that poor car. It's buried. Getting some light snow again today. Actually looks to be picking up somewhat. And it's blowing the right way. The wind is blowing it at us. That's good. Okay, now he has energy to burn and 1K to go. So that means there was too much energy left, but not by much. Look how close he was. 15th minute 44. I'm not worried about his time. Really, this was about energy management, and that was for a guy on a 61-62. So 72, a little bit less than what I need him at. I need a 73 or 74 will be ideal. Harris about to drop out of the top 20, 2.5 minutes off pace. So 35:26 is the pace right now for Vorabayev. Okay, and Wachtendorf. So we're going to try a 74. We're going to try a 74 on Wachtendorf after we did a 72 on Harris. Okay, he's a 63 with a +3 on the day, so at a 66, that's almost where Veldeman will be. And Veldeman's kind of the key guy, though Easter and Van Ginneken are also in the top 10, so all three of them will certainly matter. Guyard and Boll not far outside of it either. Wachtendorf and Harris, the only two that are well down in the standings. So trial-wise, Ivo Oliveira goes top. He's been on top 10 favorites on a number of stages, so no surprise by seeing his name up there. Okay, as we approach the halfway point, we are just a little bit below, or we're coming up on level, no, just a little below on energy. So 74 is actually working out pretty well. He might have some energy left in the end, but we'll see how this climb goes as he is hitting neutral right before the climb. And the climbing is on. Wachtendorf, not a good climber, so he's, see just how slow he is here, despite the effort level being at a 74. Certainly a factor. Now he is quite negative as he gets over the top of the climb. I think he'll get just about level here, though, before the end. This is where I'm going to try to go 99 so he can attack at some point somewhere. Get a pedal stroke in. And he's about to go 0. 1K to go. I think that had more to do with his inability to climb. So, and it seems to be just downhill all the way. He had one pedal stroke right at the end and goes 13th fastest. Still a minute off the pace, but that's not bad for a poor climber and not much of a time trialist either. Okay, it's almost time for Seasbull, coming off his stage win, securing us the sponsor objective. And there we go. So I think 74 worked pretty well. In fact, I don't think you really need energy on that downhill at all, as none of those guys pedaled even on a 99 with energy until literally the line. So I think you can afford to actually run out of energy as soon as you go over the top and go into the tuck and just tuck on the way down and ride in. So I'm going to try a 76 here with Seasbull and see what happens. Weather has picked up a bit. The wind has picked up a bit. It's up to 29 now. Ooh, there's Gouillard. We'll try a 75 for Gouillard, who is not a climber, not a time trialist, though he's got great, fantastic +5 race day condition. That would have been nice on that sprint stage. By the way, Bull 66 with a +1, a little bit better on the hills. So we'll see if we get what we get out of this 76, 75. It's almost time for these guys. Zeke Mostov now goes top, and wow, look at that. 4 of the top 5 positions by the HBA, which I'm not sure who that is. By name, I suppose we could check real quick. Riders HBA. H&R Block? No? Good. No, they are HRB. Ah, there it is. Hagens, Berman, Axiom. That makes sense. They're a Continental Pro team. Sergey Vetkov, who I think finished 3rd in this race last year, has now gone top by almost a minute. Oh, hello. Let's get these guys all set. You're a 63, but also a good climber, so let's set you to 76. I haven't changed it yet. We'll change it if we need to. We'll see how Bull does over the top, and then I'll make an adjustment. Van Ginniken, decent time trialist, good climber, so we're going to try a 76 for you as well. Feldman, just about time, so I need results from Bull quick, as he's about to hit that climb. Feldman, best climber. I'm going to try a 77 for him, as he's a good time trialist and good climber. So trying a 77. We'll go from there. Okay, Bull on the climb. Let's get him to the top and get his results. Will he have any energy left? He's got to get not just to where it levels, but where he stops pedaling with some sort of energy left, and that's awfully close. Awfully close. And there you go. He's in tuck. He's got just a little energy left. So yes, 76 will work. Gouillard. Let's go 76. Easter, better climber. I'm going to try a 77. I'm going to try a 77, and I'm going to try a 78. Bull. Coasting into the finish line. How is his time? Where does it put him? 14th. There you go. So that's my best yet. Gouillard, again, makes it over the top, and he's got just that little bit of energy left. And even though it's gone now, it's a coast into the finish line. Let's put him on 99 over the top. Easter just going to make it over the top. And yes, he does. And he gets his speed up just before he runs out of energy. Put him on 99. And Ginniken should be right behind him. Gouillard goes 10th fastest. Van Ginniken runs out of energy. It's that prime point. Feldman, just a little too hard there. He's not going to speed up as fast. Best time so far goes to Berg, not to my guy. Another Hagens Bermans. Easter goes 11th fastest, so it's a good time. Van Ginniken coming into the line. 18th fastest. Veldeman I'm not expecting a stage win here, but this is all about comparison to the other guys. Veldeman, how's he going to be? 4th! Okay, minute 34. So, Almeida's ahead of him, though. And Hollenstein. So, Veldeman's not going to move up. He actually ends up losing time to the other two guys. But the top 3 overall, hopefully, still, maybe? We'll see. It depends on his time. Minute 35 down overall. 6th on the stage. You saw it. We're not time trialists. My strategy went well, relatively. I mean, these guys are well up the standings, but what's the overall? He is hanging on to 3rd. So Hollenstein, Almeida, Veldeman in 3rd. There's Huffman, Berg, Easter, and Van Ginneken drop a spot to 6th and 7th. Gouillard moves up into the top 10 in 9th. And C-Spol is right where he was before in 14th. So not a bad result there, really. Sprints, though, Hollenstein pulls away. Feldman still 2nd in the under 25s. And as a team, we are on top of the standings, so that's going to be worth some points. 2 stages to go here. Again, sponsor objective of a stage win has been accomplished. So that was the main task. That was the main target. Stage 4 is a sprint stage, but it's only 72K. So this is a sprint stage. Not just a sprint finish, but a full sprint all stage long. Fitness peak for Bull has begun. Easter's has ended. It's another chance for us to grab a stage win. Grab some time. At this point, it's not going to impact the standings, really. And why are these guys on top? They're just that much better than everyone? I don't know. No sign of Gouillard. They're seeing this little bit of an undulation as enough to make the hills more impactful on this one, maybe. Or the intense pace, the 78.1K. Did I say 78.1? 71K? Yeah, no. Something. Well, as short as this stage is, we might as well stick with it here. No, you know what? We don't. We can save some time. So I will go ahead and scoot on ahead towards the later part of the stage. We'll see if we can't grab ourselves another stage win to boost the sponsor confidence that much more. I don't know if we get more for winning 2 stages than we do for winning 1. Let's see. I'm not sure how that evaluation works. I don't think I've won 2 stages in a race where I needed a stage win. Even on a 90 effort, the team is struggling to keep pace with this high-intensity stage. Peloton is starting to break away, break apart. You can see that it's hovering in various numbers, and the breakaway group of 10 has been chased the entire time, and you can see that we actually have a group that has completely lost contact with still 24K to go, and really that's a quarter of the stage. So there has been this constant push, as was expected. Easter and Harris are both struggling at this point, and we're going to be forming up our sprint train here in just a moment, but we're going to be doing that short 2 guys, and we're definitely not going to attack for a little while yet. You can see this little inner city loop is a lot of turns left and right, and then some of the streets are uphill, some of the streets are downhill, and it's an almost constant shift. Now's a good time to do the formation, as we have a temporary break And I've got all 7 of my guys in a breakaway group of 20. So if I can get 5 of them attacking the other 13, we can maybe go off and win this thing. Alright, so that's all there. Veldman's a -1, so I think Gouillard with his +3 is definitely going to be our guy today that we're going to give a shot to, though he is a little bit tired. I'm going to get him behind Bull. We're going to get them behind Van Ginniken and then Veldeman. Veldeman could lose time the way things are going today, but he's got enough of a buffer, and I've got the other guys in the top 10, and we've already got our stage win. So at this point, I'm going for just a win today. Wachtendorf. That's actually all that's left. Harris and Easter are done. So Wachtendorf is, I'm going to get them lined up behind him, and we're going to push at, I don't know, 94? We'll see what that does. I don't want to push too hard too fast as we have 18k to go. Valjean's back together for the moment anyway. But it's still on that edge of splitting. There we go. Now it's split again. 25 riders. Easter hanging on for now, but Gouillard is that guy in the back. There are some overtaking us at the moment. Go 95. This is one of those uphills where it's just doing some damage. Breakaway group nearly caught.
Another attack in the leading group.
Nice little downhill for Wachtendorf to survive a little bit longer. Okay, so Veldeman on the front. Again, there's only 4 guys, and I don't want Veldeman to get completely wiped out. I want Veldeman to grab onto the back. And we have a breakaway group of 7. We have a breakaway group of 7 right now. Wachtendorf, I want you to try to grab on to Gouillard's wheel. Okay, now it's 27. So it's constantly shifting. 9k to go. Okay, I'm going to use Van Ginniken's gel. I'm going to try to get Wachtendorf to move back up. I'm going to get you behind Van Ginniken for now. And we're going to go at 96 for Van Ginniken. Wachtendorf is back on his wheel, so he will get another chance. Veldeman, meanwhile, is just pushing. Relax. I want Veldeman to grab onto the back of Gouillard and just try to follow him in to the finish to protect his 3rd place. Peloton just 15 riders, and 5 of them are mine. Okay, 97 as we get over the top here. Wachtendorf getting ready. Okay, 99 now. It's that time. Okay, Wachtendorf is going to go. He only has a little bit left, but he's going to give me what he's got. Veldeman ready as well. And Bull is going to get the sprint started. He's going to pull Gouillard along as far as he can.
And he moves on to the attack. It could be decisive.
And now Gouillard for the finish. And yes, we've got it. We've got it comfortably. Watch this. Gouillard's going to win. Bull's going to take 2nd. Veldeman's going to take 3rd. A 1, 2, 3. And Gouillard did sprint very well there. Van Ginniken is going to add in, what, 6th? Huffman and Hollenstein. Yeah. There's Wachtendorf. He's even going to get a decent finish in 9th place. Woo. I like it. Easter, Harris back in the group. Nice. That is gonna go very well with the sponsors. We've got a second stage win, and it was a 1, 2, 3, 6, and 9 finish. So Gouillard gets his first win for the team, and that was well played by the team. So tactically we did well with that one. The undulation there definitely did affect the field, and it allowed me to get away, push it at the right time, the right place, and Gouillard gets 14 seconds over the field, and look at that. Bol, Veldeman, Van Ginneken also pick up some time. Wachtendorf, look who is not around. Almeida, a minute 42 down. Veldeman was 14 seconds down, so that's a minute and a half gained over Almeida. Hollenstein's there, though. But there you go. Veldeman into second place now. Almeida drops to 4th. Van Ginneken 6, 7, 8. Gouillard moves up to 7th. Easter 8. Bol moves up to 10th. So now I've got 5 riders in the top 10. We're not winning this thing. Hollenstein's done well enough to take that, but 5 riders in the top 10. I like it. Stage 5, though. Another little bit of a climb on Stage 5. So Stage 5 will do some damage. It is a hill stage, technically. So we'll see what we can do on that one. It could shake things up again in the standings some more. But if I can keep some of these guys, there you go. There's what we're dealing with on this one. I'm worried about this climb the most. That's going to do some damage to the field. This climb, a little less worried. If I have teammates left, I can get some of them up over the top. But this is going to be a small group finish, probably 160k. So got some work to do. Yeah, it's category 1. A couple category 2s. So damage will be done. We'll see if I can hang on to this thing, keep somebody or a bunch of people in the top 10. Back a little earlier than expected, just to make sure that I do get over this categorized 2 climb. Right now I've got everyone on an 81, and that seems to be enough. No, there you go. Pace is starting to pick up. 81, just kind of right on the edge. I'm going to go speed 2 through here. Van Ginneken's dropping back some, but
A couple of
I
teams
need
have set
you to
themselves up as
step up
pacemakers for the
here.
pack. They
83,
obviously don't have the leeway
Easter.
in the breakaway group. Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
Okay, there we go. That'll get us over the top. Breakaway group has 13 riders. They are a minute and a half ahead. So in the end, it should be no problem catching them, as that's not a very big lead. And you can see that some riders are already off the back as we speed things along. Pace has definitely quickened, though, at this point in the race. Harris is struggling right now. Gouillard is struggling a little bit, and Wachtendorf, those are the guys offering protection right now. You might have remembered I've got 5 riders inside the top 10. That leaves only 2 riders to offer protection. That's Wachtendorf and Harris. So Gouillard is being sacrificed right now for the sake of the team to still try to get 4 guys inside the top 10 as I condense things down after this climb coming up. And this is where things are going to get ugly, is when I hit this climb, because I think I'm going to lose Wachtendorf and Harris pretty quick. I think I'll lose Gouillard pretty quick. And then can I still get 4 guys over the top of that climb? That's what I'm not so sure about. Well, we're about to hit the base of that climb now. It's only 7.5k, 7%, but for a non-climbing team like myself, a bunch of sprinters, this is a disaster waiting to happen. You can see Bol already struggling to keep pace, but he's doing okay. 82 for him, and I think he'll hang on. Van Ginniken is hanging on okay with an 83, but he's about to lose Harris. Easter hanging on with an 82. Veldeman's doing fine on 81, even though he's a -2 on his race day condition. Harris is about to get dropped, so we'll see. We'll keep an eye on him for a little bit as we drop backwards through the field and see how much others are struggling. There's the sign of splits, but not so much at the moment. Breakaway group is splitting apart, not very far ahead right now. Who is this? Blevins is attacking a bit. A lot of our guys are struggling to keep his tempo, but keeping that effort level. Okay, Harris has been dropped. He's in a pretty big group. That's quite a few big groups now, actually. Okay, Wachtendorf getting dropped. That was expected. Peloton's suddenly down to 33 riders here, and we're still only about halfway up this climb, and see another 3 are about to fall off the back of this one. Mustav, he got caught behind. He's having to waste a lot of energy to try to catch up, and it looks like he might not now, unless his teammate... there you go, Evan Huffman wasting a bunch of energy as they were in the back of the peloton. Huffman makes it up, but his teammate does not, so that is good for me. Mostov was one of the better climbers. Gouillard! There goes Gouillard. Okay, what I need to do here with these guys is I need to just go ahead and set them to auto. Their days are done. Sorry, Gouillard, you are leaving the top 10 behind. Peloton just 28 riders now, and only 2 riders left off the front, so 9 riders, or as many as 9 riders here, are from the breakaway. Veldeman, don't get caught behind here. Let's go 83. Van Ginniken, same. I need to get these guys back together again, but they're going to be at the summit in 1K. Easter, go ahead and shield Van Ginniken. Yeah, he's in 6th. And is right there, so that'll help Van Ginniken out. Bull is in 10th and comfortably right at the front, but I'm going to wait for Veldeman. And then Bull will shield Veldeman once we get over the top of this thing. And don't split, don't split, don't split. There we go, get right back up front. Let's actually go on attack for a second here. There we go. Now Bull, go ahead and protect Veldeman. And we're down to 4 riders. And just 18 in the peloton. 1 rider is left away. That is Lozano. He is a Hill 67, 61st place overall, so he's no threat. And then let's get a lay of the land here. 1 big climb to go. Stevens, 49th. Staples, 93rd. There's Taylor Warren, our former teammate. A hill climber of 60, and he is still there. Wow. Hecht is in 20th, 10 minutes down. Zakowski is 65th. So none of those guys, none of those 5 riders are anything to us. There's my 4 guys. Here is Almeida. Okay, so he's still here in 4th wearing the white jersey in place of Veldeman right now. There's Vetkov, 15th overall, but definitely a contender for the stage. Sittler is 22nd, 10 minutes down. Björg is in 5th. Okay, so we got the 5th place guy, so there's 2 contenders. There's Holenstein, who is 1st overall, just a 70 on the hill climber. That's 3 contenders. Maudit is in 9th. There's Huffman in 3rd overall, 71. So that's 4 contenders. Brunner and McCutcheon in 14th. And that's it. Okay, so only 4 contenders around, plus my guys. That's a positive sign with 1 climb left to go. Now, we've got to note that it's kind of more than just 1 climb. The serious part of the climbing is about to hit, but then after the categorized climb, You got a little downhill, and then you go up again. And it's not bad, but it's going to do some damage. And then the finish is also uphill. If I still have my 4 guys over the top, we're going to form a sprint train. And we're going to try to get over together. And then we'll attack that final climb to go for the win. And it'll be Veldeman who they're sprinting for, as he is got the potential. Okay, so we've picked up the rider off the front, so no more breakaway group. We are now at the front of the field. We've done a fair amount of recovery here as we are now heading up the climb. I just noticed that we are nearly out of water. That is not a good thing. It's almost too late to remedy that. They're not screaming for water though, so hopefully they have not hit empty. They're just near empty. That's actually almost a good thing, because that makes them a little bit lighter. 7K to go to the top. It's 8.7K overall, 5%, and most of the climbing is done in the first 3.5K. So that means 5K, and we'll pretty much be up and over it, and we're down to 6.4 already. Now Easter starting to cry water. Veldeman starting to cry water. That's not a good thing, but the climbing part's nearly done. Bull, same problem. Peloton down to 16, and we are right at the front of it right now. There we go. Here's that highest point. Climbing's going to get easier from here and the rest of the way, and I could almost form up now. Let's do it. Let's form up now. We'll put on just a little pressure, and we'll see. If I can break away just a little, I can actually still grab water with 22K. It's at 10K where you can't grab water anymore. Bull is looking really strong, so he'll be our main sprinter. And Ginnikin, and then Easter is having a good race for him. And we're going to start pushing, say, a 92. Let's see what a 92 does. Go ahead and use my gel. Any sort of split. Oop, oop. Well, they're definitely strung out. And somebody just went off the back. 20K to go. And let's just go relay style. Let's go relay 99 for a little bit. It's still doing damage. We're down to 13 riders. We're actually coming up. We're still 1K away from the summit here. So, watch from the back of the group. See, is anyone trying to attack the top of this climb? No? Okay. So Easter's still leading things out, even though he is toast, but nobody's put any pressure on us right now, and they're struggling to hang on. And look at the gap behind us. Berg barely hanging on. Betkov, not much ground between them. Little false flat here. We've still got another climb to go. So I'll stick with Easter for now. I know we need water, guys, but sorry. Okay, now I need more pace. Berg's trying to come up, so we're gonna go with Van Ginniken on a 93. Sorry, Easter, but well done. Still very well could be in the top 10 at the end of this. Okay, set you to auto. And away you go. 3 riders left. 12 riders left in the peloton. Bull, Veldeman, Van Ginniken all hanging on. They're over the top. They will recover some on this downhill. At a 91, Van Ginniken is still recovering even himself.
The riders are entering the last 10 kilometers of the stage.
No, not exactly. But I'm not allowing anyone else to recover either. Here's your gel. Okay, we're going to set you to 99. Pace is coming out of him. I've only got 2 guys left for this final little climb here. 5K to go.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Okay, Bull, I'm going to go ahead now on the gel. And then we'll use Veldman's here at about 2.8. Okay, and then I'm going to start pulling with Bull. And Ginnikin, you're just going to go high effort.
And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
Okay, Veldman, sprint. Come on, Veldman, sprint, sprint, sprint. Hohenstein's going to win, but we're going to grab 2nd and 3rd here, it looks like.
Right on the line. A real show of power.
Fantastic. On a climb. Very much a hill stage, and we take 2nd and 3rd. Hohenstein was too strong for us, but 2nd and 3rd, that's pretty fantastic.
Was a real strength
Here
sapper.
comes Van Ginnikin, so he should still be in the top 10, I would hope. As should Easter, potentially. There's 12 guys across right now. And some of those are well down the standings. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get to our results, and we'll see how we did. That was a pretty dang good race for a team that is very much a sprint team. To pull off what we did, Veldman's going to take 2nd overall. We've had, 2 stage wins? A 2nd and a 3rd? And let's go ahead and look at the overall. There we go. So Veldman takes 2nd, Van Ginnikin takes 6th, C-Spol takes 7th, Easter drops to 11th, Gouillard drops to 14th, so there were some pretty big time gaps. A little more than expected. Wachtendorf takes 22nd. That is still an outstanding race for us. Sprints, Hohenstein gets that one. He also gets the mountain climbers. Veldman takes 3rd. The under 25s does go to Veldman. And the team jersey by 9 minutes. We are the winners. That is a pretty dang good race. That's also going to see a nice boost to the sponsor confidence, but let's see how that turns out the next day. Let's also see how much money we earned, and then we'll see where we're at in the standings. Looks like we have another race coming up in a day. It's a 4-stage race, but I may be doing that one off camera. So yeah, I don't know if it's a sponsor objective or not. Alright, so we have prize money, 7,860. Sponsor confidence, looks like it's lower than it was. I won 2 stages and took 2nd overall. How has my sponsor confidence gone down? It was pretty close to, 86, 87%, but I thought it was about 88 before. So it looks like it's gone down 2% despite meeting the objective. Well, I don't like that. That should have gone up. Because we didn't exceed. How can you exceed, though? How can you exceed a win? Winning multiple stages? Yeah, did that. Winning the overall? Took 2nd. Not sure how our sponsor confidence dropped by a couple percent. I mean, that's minuscule. That's tiny amounts, but yeah, and, top 3 overall. That's a little frustrating. That is a little frustrating. Because that was a really good result for us. Alright, well, speaking of results, let's go ahead and look at the standings. we will wrap things up. Where are we as a team? Sky, of course, still on top. We are now 6th in the Continental rankings at 200 points clear of Fortuneo Samsic. And the Super Prestige, 29th, 407 points. Which, by the way, that would be 40 for the Gaming Decathlon, and that's just 3 points shy of last season's total. That is so close. That is so up there. I'm loving that part. And in terms of Continental teams, definitely not near, like Cofidis, who are way above us. But we are punching well above our weight right now. And we are very much should be looking at pro status, Continental pro status for next season. I don't think I can jump all the way to World Tour like Cofidis. I think we're going to have to be like a Cofidis or a Wanty Group Gobert next season by bringing in enough guys and then doing all Continental Pro races. I mean, that one we just did was a Continental Pro race. So that was a higher level race that we were just involved in. And we got 2 stage wins. We got a 2nd place. I mean, that wasn't the most prestigious of Continental Pro races, but that was still at a higher tier. That win total now jumps by 2 more, so it's at 21. And we are leading the way in that. But a lot of those are just that lower level. But really excited for next season and the upcoming signing period, but we've still got quite a ways to go until we get there. So we've got Limpopo in South Africa. Okay, a couple sprint stages, time trial, hill stage. I think I will do that one off camera. We got Viborg and then Himmerland Runt, a couple Danish races, and then a 3rd one. So a bunch of one-day races that are very well suited to us. And it's a while before we've got any sponsor objectives coming up. A lot of one-day races. Winston-Salem Classic, that's the next one. That is an objective. And that's 5 weeks away. So I'll probably squeeze out just one episode over that next month. And we'll get a lot of those kind of straight into the results and see how we do with those. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.